Thank you,
This is
dear.
a good song.
All right, good morning. Thanks, everybody, for coming out. Everybody said hello to Peggy yet? Hi, Peggy.
Peggy.
Welcome.
Yes,
Hola.
So today we're doing a live for Brian Mast. Brian Mast is a special operator in the Army, EOD. Quite a few tours in Afghanistan and Iraq. On his last EOD mission, he ended up getting blowed up, lost both his legs. And like a lot of veterans, once he got past what happened, he refocused his life and he ended up running for Congress down in Florida and won. And just let him share a couple of words. And this video I thought was pretty interesting because they did an interview with him and then they put all the other pictures in
I think being
afterwards.
a former member of the United States military is really going to help my ability to connect with people. I tell people, I'm not a politician, I'm not a lobbyist, I'm not an attorney. I'm somebody that served their country. I just want to keep serving the United States of America, just like every other soldier. That's what we do. We serve. That's our way of life. That's what defines us. That's the work of our hands, is service to America. And that's something that we want to see, that the way we serve in combat is the way our elected officials serve in D.C. Basically without regard for personal consequence and without regard for personal gain. You know, I knew laying there initially in that bed in Walter Reed, my wife and I, we were having a conversation and I'm telling her, you know, I can't let the greatest contribution of my life be at age 30, you know, when I was in combat in Afghanistan. I can't let the greatest contribution that I ever give to this country be when I was injured. I can't let, you know, the greatest example that I ever set for my kids be back when I was in the military. The best thing that I've ever done for my brothers and my sisters to my left and right in combat be when I was in combat in Afghanistan. I had to have all those things still be ahead of me, and in order to do that, I decided, well, eventually I'm going to run for public office and hopefully, you know, try to be a strong voice for principles up there. And I knew there was a number of things that I had to get in line in my own life at first. You know, I had to get back just to the normal routine of life. I had to learn to walk again. I had to learn to use my prosthetic legs. I had to get back to work and become a productive member of society again. And you know, so I did all these things, and I wanted to become a pillar of my community also. So I tried to get out in my community and work with different groups to help out around, you know, some things with challenged kids, some things with veterans. Wherever I could find work that made sense for me to do, I tried to be an active member of that, and I decided now is basically the time that it's a good opportunity for me to say, all right, let's try becoming a voice for my area.
So, common thread keeps coming up with everybody that's being successful in the veteran community is those guys that do something afterwards and put their focus towards something. It's about mission and purpose. When you're medically discharged, or you retire, or you get out of that community and you're left in the civilian world, there's not that same sense of purpose with what you have. And obviously he put his energy in a great direction. And I think that, you know, you look at what he can do and you kind of sit back and, you know, what we're about to do in the next, you know, hour is nothing. If he can do what he's doing, you know, a little pain is not that bad. So please keep Brian in mind. We do have a lot of things coming up in the next little while here. We've got the May 7th, we have the Sergeant Klinger fundraiser. I have flyers up. I have flyers actually if you want to grab some and pass them around in the neighborhood so we can get the word out. We're doing it here. We also had the Fat Loss Challenge, and Heather and, well, we should just say Heather. Because Heather just crushed it, and I think so that fundraiser raised $170 for them and $170 for the weekly fight. So I do have a check for you guys for that.
We'd like to give it back.
Okay, so I have a voided check that I can back. Thank you very much. Excellent, thank you. So what was it, 22 or 20? And what did you?
20%.
What was your percentage?
I don't know what
Oh,
percent
I
it
lost
was.
5.4% in
Yeah.
20 pounds.
You lost like a 0.5%. That's what
Yeah, like
yeah.
8%, gained a few pounds.
Yeah, and Heather still crushed it, so great job. Do you want to talk about Murph?
Yeah.
Since that's coming up?
So Memorial Day every year, CrossFit gyms nationwide, they do a WOD, it's a hero WOD called Murph for Lieutenant Michael Murphy. He's a former Navy SEAL, Medal of Honor recipient, total badass dude. But the workout itself, it's a 1 mile run. It's 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, and 300 air squats, followed by a 1 mile run. It's a hell of a workout. It takes people well over an hour. The RX is done in a vest, a weighted vest. This is not something that I would like to go into having that be the first time I do it. So with that said, if there's people interested in doing this and taking it seriously, I'd like to try and get together, you know, and just try and getting the pieces put together. We could start with runs, bring push-ups up, you know, pull-ups, all that. But if that's something you're interested in, reach out to me. You can talk to me here or reach out to me on Facebook, whatever. Let me know. And you know, come Memorial Day, we'll lay it all out together, you know.
And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do runs and stuff like that together, correct?
Yeah,
Okay,
as a fight.
excellent. So that's, so May 7th, May 28th, and then June 10th, we have Trails for Trauma up in Acton. Pass the word about that, yes.
The 5K
And the 5K is what date?
early June or late, no, that's the Valley Forge. It's before the June 7th weekend. I don't remember the exact date, but it's towards Memorial Day.
So I'll
It's,
put something up about that on the website
I
too.
put it on Weekly Fight, but it
Okay.
doesn't show.
That
That raises money, it's the Run for Freedom, they picked a Marine who has, he was discharged for medical discharge. They keep picking him, so I'm not sure if that's a really good thing, but he was like living in his car and, at one point, so they raise only about 3,000 to 4,000. There's Nick, Jessica, it's your neighbor, Carrie.
Yep.
She
Sure.
runs that, and it's really nice, and they have something for the kids. It's a little bit challenging because it's at the Paoli Trail Monument, but it's free for veterans
Okay.
and active military. But
Excellent, so we'll get something up on the fight. The other thing that we did on the website is there's a nomination button now where you can nominate a veteran. If you think that, as far as who you do the Hero Award for each week. So click on that, send some information, pass the word. We actually got our first nomination last night, I think it was, so we'll probably be looking at doing that person next week. So all good stuff. Let's have a great workout. Thanks a lot.
Can I